Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Stacey James claims she gave her ex-friend money for a church offering, but her giving statement didn't show the full amount.
All rise.
Diana Williams says Ms. James accused her of theft in a group chat and is countersuing for $6,000.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of James versus Williams. Ms. James, you are suing Ms. Williams for $950 for conversion. And Ms. Williams, you are countersuing Ms. James for $6,000. Plaintiff, you say that faith and finances got crossed. And the defendant, you say generosity isn't a receipt-based system. All right, well, tell me what happened. I'll start with the plaintiff.
Hi.
Why are you suing Ms. Williams for conversion?
I'm suing her for $950. $600 of that is for the tithe that she was supposed to submit on my behalf, which I never got a statement for, plus the fees that I encountered for being late on my rent.
So how do you know each other?
So I actually met her 5 years ago through a mutual friend. And ever since I moved from New York to Huntsville, I was kind of feeling isolated after my breakup. So I kind of reached out to her regarding like how I can strengthen my relationship with this new chapter. And she offered to.
I know she was hesitant in coming to church.
Yeah.
And I did my best to ease her, and I mean,
I'm only hesitant because I know how messy people in the church can get, and that's something that I wanted to avoid.
Why were you hesitant to go to church?
I was hesitant because, you know, the things that I grew up in the church and I've witnessed just behavior of people acting one way, and then when you see them outside the church, it's never like the same. People are really performative over leadership, and it's always gave cult.
All right, and so you wanted to feel connection.
Yes.
You wanted a sense of community. You were moving to a new area.
Yes.
And you knew her through a mutual friend. And so you reached out.
Yes.
Ms. Williams, when she reached out, you felt like what? Inviting her to your church was a good idea?
could tell she was apprehensive, and so I did invite her, but she seemed quite hesitant to actually come to a service. And so I asked her one way that she could at least start her connection and journey with God and build her faith is through tithing. And so I asked her to send what she felt she could.
But
Wait, before she went to church?
I mean, it's what I did. That's how I was brought into the church, and I was able to see how me putting my money into the church doubled my blessings.
Right, but I'm saying you wanted her to give tithes and offerings before she ever went?
I told her I would give her $50 because it's like with everything going on, I thought this would be, I didn't want to jump all the way in, so I thought $50 would be enough, and that's what I gave.
Had you gone to the church?
I haven't gone to, I only went once.
What are y'all doing?
I just introduced the concept of it. I didn't tell her to send a specific amount.
You're not introducing the church to her. You're talking about tithes and offerings.
I wanted her to come, but she seemed, like I said, very
So if you
against
can't
it.
come, at least send some money.
I didn't word it like that specifically. I actually have
Well, no,
evidence.
you did word it like that.
I have
actually.
evidence that I can show what the text between us and what exactly was said. I didn't just ask her to give me money.
Well, you did say that, like, I would have to show up and talk to God and give tithes. And I didn't really understand what that meant, but she just said give a little bit of money to the church. So I thought $50 would be enough.
I don't understand how you would ask somebody for a tithe, and they've never even gone to the church.
If you can
That's what
go
I said,
exhibit,
it's messy. It's messy, and this is
exhibit-
kind of what I wanted to avoid. But.
Exhibit A, I said that you don't have to become a nun or anything. You just got to show up and talk to God and tithe a little. That's all.
Exactly. And so why wasn't it when you're ready? I look forward to having you experience my church home.
Well, the initial message I sent was that I was leaving church, and I got to tell you, I really think this could be good for you with everything you got going on.
Right. So how do you end up suing her for $950 when you just been invited to church?
For the church-related costs, that was $600 because if you look at the statement that I got from St. Luke's, it shows that I only submitted 50, and that was on the first week, but the second, third, and fourth week, I had given $200 under pressure from her, which didn't reflect it, so it kind of led me to believe that she's taking my money to impress the pastor. Now I know where the money's going.
Coming up,
You were looking for friendship and community. Somehow Ms. Williams said, well, if you don't want to go to church, then at least give me some of your money and I'll take it to church on your behalf and I'll give it in the tithes and the offering. And you say, okay.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Stacey James, who is suing Diana Williams for conversion.
So what you're saying to her is if you don't want to actually go to church, you can still send in a tithe and an offering, which is biblical.
Yes.
You could watch the church online. Were you at least watching the church online and then sending your offering with her?
No, I've been busy working. Like, I'm trying to get my life together. Like, I just got out of an 8-year relationship. Like, things are going not well. Bills. I guess I could be like easily influenced by people that
Obviously.
But you have to understand. I mean, like.
I don't.
Mind you, we have known each other for quite some time now, and we actually met up, and that's when she confided in me and told me everything she was going through, and knowing that I came out of a very toxic relationship in the past myself.
I'm gonna take this just the way you all are saying it. So you all connected, you were looking for friendship and community. Somehow Ms. Williams said, well, if you don't want to go to church, then at least give me some of your money and I'll take it to church on your behalf and I'll give it in the tithes and the offerings. And you say, okay. Is that what we've heard so far, Sean?
That's exactly what you heard.
Well,
And then what happened? Why are we suing for $950?
So 600 of that is for the tithes that she was supposed to submit on my behalf. The remaining 300 was when I was kind of falling behind on my rent under pressure from her to submit more money. So
When did she start pressuring you to submit more money?
I never
after
pressured her.
the second week after I gave her
How
the
many
50,
weeks did you give money?
I gave every week. So
Do you have that listed out in your
yes,
evidence?
I do, Your Honor. Let me just find it. So the only thing that I have was the submission statement that I got from the church, and this is exactly why I'm suing her for the $600, because in the submission it only shows that I gave $50. So I want to know where the remaining $200 that I sent went, since it's clearly not on the receipt.
So I'm looking at Exhibit C, and it says, hey, did you get your giving statement from April? Yeah. Did it seem correct? Mine only shows the initial $50 I gave you for the tithe for me.
Yes. And if you look at...
And then it says, well, that's weird. Maybe there was some kind of mistake. You sure you donated the $600 I gave you over the last 3 weeks? You gave her $600 over 3 weeks?
Yes, I did.
And I gave it to the church. And like I said, the cash is not always going to show up on the statement. And that's why even I was a little confused.
No, when you put cash in, you put it in an envelope, you seal the envelope, and you write the name, address, you write the telephone number, and you write the email of the person that donated so it will be logged into her. I know how to give a cash offering. And I know you didn't take somebody else's money to church and just let that plate go by and just drop the money in it without putting it in the envelope.
I wouldn't do that.
Because then you would never offer to take an offering on her behalf.
Exactly.
Because then you would be lying and stealing.
And as a woman of God, my relationship with God, He's watching me and He knows that if I do anything of that sort, that is going to be taken up
So
with me
she's here
and
because
God.
she has no record of her $600.
Yeah, I have evidence of the statement that I got from the church that only reflected my $50.
Exactly. So have you gone to the church to say, I had been giving some offering from my friend in cash. Did you put it in the envelope?
I put the money in the envelope, and I did sign her up for the newsletters.
Okay,
but
newsletter we're not talking about. We're talking about, did you put the money in an envelope and put her name and phone number on the envelope?
I wasn't thinking that deep into it. I'm giving the money to God. It's all going to the same place.
So you just drop it in the plate.
I just drop it in. I
So
put the money
in
in.
3 weeks, you dropped $600 in a gold plate and expected her to never get credit for it?
The reason that we give is to give. I don't give money to the church to get credit for
you
it.
don't get your giving statement at the end of the year?
I did receive a giving statement, and I even made a love
You got
offering.
yours.
Yes, ma'am.
But you weren't concerned that she get one. What were you using the $600 for? That's what I want to know. What did you need the $600 for?
I didn't need the $600.
Because you didn't take it to the church.
I did. I'm a hairstylist.
You didn't take it to the church.
I make more than enough money to support myself and give.
What is your countersuit about? Because I'm about done with this. What's
I'm
the
countersuing for defamation because she started a group chat who some of them I attend church with and the others are clients of mine. And now that she made me look messy and look...
But I didn't make you look messy. Like, you should have just communicated that with me.
She sent a message saying, girls, you know I don't want to start any mess, but I need y'all as my witness when I say that Diana is a no-good cheat who stole my tithing money to butter up that pastors that she's sweet on, and now I'm behind on rent.
No, because I saw the post that he made to you on the community Facebook, and I saw you guys at the concert, and I saw the way you.
Of us
and
from church
she
at the concert.
also said that she had a crush on him, even though he was married, which is something I kind of stayed away
He was
from because
divorced,
I just
and even
got
if I
out of
had
a
a crush,
breakup.
So she told you all this, and you gave her $600 in 3 weeks to take to church on your behalf.
But it's because I was going through a lot.
You still going through a lot. You still going through a lot right now, because it don't make no kind of sense.
And this is why I was really apprehensive, because it's just messy.
Coming up.
It's making it hard for me to continue to show up to church and continue my faith
So then
and my
shouldn't you
relationship.
think again about telling people they need to give you money to give to church when they don't even go to church?
I never pressured her, though.
I'm done listening. I cannot. I'm not getting smarter.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Stacey James, who is suing Diana Williams for conversion.
And so then what happens as a result of her saying that you like the pastor and you took her money?
This makes me look wrong, and I can't even show up to church.
And what damages did you incur because of that? Because if you sue somebody for defamation, you have to have some very real and true damages that you can prove.
One of my most consistent clients goes to church, and she brings not only her, but her 2 daughters to me on a consecutive basis to do their hair. And I'm talking about at least $1,500 within a day's worth, you know, doing her hair, her 2 daughters' hair. And I've already had future bookings, and I got a text saying that she didn't want to do business anymore with me because she felt uncomfortable after all the church stuff.
I would feel uncomfortable
is affecting
with you
not only
either.
my business, but it's making it hard for me to continue to show up to church and continue my faith and my relationship.
So then shouldn't you think again about telling people they need to give you money to give to church when they don't even go to church?
I never pressured her, though.
I'm done listening. I cannot. I'm not getting smarter. I'm getting dumber by the minute listening to this story. Now, you had no business, and you knew in your right mind, $600 in a matter of 3 weeks with you not receiving any receipt, nothing?
But I've been...
No. I'm sitting here trying to look you in your eye to find some modicum of sense. And you're trying to convince this court that over 3 weeks you give this woman $600 cash, and then you want to sue her for another $350 because now you can't pay your rent for giving $600 cash to a church you never stepped foot in, and you don't even like church folks.
Coming up.
You lucky I think you ain't got much sense, and I feel bad for you. You don't have to buy your way into community. You don't have to buy your way into friendship.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Stacey James, who is suing Diana Williams for conversion.
Now you want to take the $600, go get your statement for your tithes and offering, but you don't want to make sure she got one. Make that make sense, church lady. I am looking at the both of you trying to figure out, what is this scam? The reason why she's gossiping about you in these text chains is because she don't know where her money is. Because you came up with the idea for her to give you the money. Don't say nothing. Now, you can't walk away with no responsibility. She got credit for $50 given to that church. Where is the other $550? You gonna figure it out. You gonna pay her $550, and you lucky. You lucky I think you ain't got much sense. And I feel bad for you. No, I'm serious. You don't have to buy your way into community. You don't have to buy your way into friendship. No, you don't never be that stupid. For nobody. Not a man or a woman. Or a church woman. Never. Now, you're not going to get back this money for this rent because that's your own fault. But the $550 that's unaccounted for that she gave to...
It's actually $600, Your Honor. It was $650.
Your Honor.
I got credit for the $50.
Your Honor, there's some information that I have not shared that I believe is important.
I don't.
I don't. I matched what she paid to the church.
And if you don't be quiet, I am going to throw you out of here. I am so annoyed right now that I had to sit and listen to this story. This is ridiculous.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
I'm ready to rule. You say you gave her $650. In the text chain, it said, where is the $600?
Yes.
So where do you have proof in your evidence that it was $650? Because I'm about ready to go.
Well, I gave her the money cash.
So you're saying you gave her $50,
Yeah.
you got credit for that, and then you gave her another $600 more that you never got credit for.
Yes, that is correct.
And here in this text message, you don't refute the amount of that, Ms. Williams. Therefore, I am going to award Ms. James the $600 that she did not get credit for, that went through your hands, that never made it to the church somehow. Again, I don't know what kind of scam this is, but I don't have time for this. And your countersuit is dismissed because a defense to defamation is the truth. And what she did was basically ask your group of friends, were you a scammer or something? And truth be told, I'm asking the same question.
Yeah.
Judgment for the plaintiff for $600. The defendant's countersuit is dismissed. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $600.
I just hope in the future you're a little bit more communicative. You know, I'm going through a hard time, and I thought I could really trust you with my hard-earned money.
And I just hope in the future you could build not only your faith with God, but our friendship and our relationship.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.